So is Larry right? Let's ask daughter-in-law to former President Donald Trump and a Fox Business contributor, Lara Trump. Lara, great to see you. Thank you for being here. Do you think Larry's got something?
Well, I think Larry's spot on, David. And look, he got to see this from within the administration. Yeah. I've seen my father-in-law operate, obviously, as part of the family. But he's exactly right. First of all, Donald Trump obviously exuded strength, so nobody wanted to cross him. But don't forget, he was a businessman before he became president. And in business, unpredictability sometimes is an asset. And that's something that Donald Trump always used to his advantage, and it actually made him incredibly successful. Now, he took that with him to the White House. And let me tell you, our adversaries, including Vladimir Putin, never wanted to find out because they weren't sure all the time what Donald Trump was thinking, what he would do in a situation, and they weren't going to test that out. So I think Larry's exactly right. The first sign of any of this, Donald Trump would have stepped up and said, watch it. Don't forget when Kim Jong-un of North Korea said, started threatening the United States. What did Donald Trump do? He said, you will be met with fire and fury, the likes of which the world has never seen. That shut things down right away. But David, all of us have been talking about this. This situation probably would not have escalated to this degree, to the degree with which anyone would have had to do anything to Russia had Donald Trump remained in office, because we know the energy policies of Donald Trump would not have allowed the money and the leverage for Vladimir Putin to even do this.
It started with I think you're right, it started with getting our energy independence. It gave us incredible leverage on foreign policy. But, beyond just the threats and beyond the bargaining tactics that were used by Donald Trump that he learned from years of doing business, he actually took action. I mean, when the Russians sent their mercenaries into Syria to cause mischief there, he took more than 200 of them out. He literally killed 200 Russian mercenaries, and Putin did nothing. He was so afraid of what might happen after that he actually did nothing. That's why I think we have this poll that was taken by Harvard, for goodness sakes, not a conservative bastion, that 62% of American voters think Putin would not have invaded Ukraine if Trump had been president. So the public agrees.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, Donald Trump did take action. And, when you draw a line in the sand, if people cross it, there have to be consequences. I mean, this is just sort of human behavior 101. If not, then they're going to take advantage. And it was a bit of a perfect storm when Joe Biden came in office, obviously shutting down the Keystone Pipeline, obviously greenlighting Nord Stream 2, gave the advantage to Russia. But then the weakness we exuded on the world stage, the exit from Afghanistan, our open southern border, President Biden not even being willing to push Xi Jinping on the origins of COVID. This was the time. If Putin was ever going to invade Ukraine and try a stunt like this, it was now, and everybody knows
They have never paid the price. I was going to bring that up with Steve Mosher, but we ran out of time. She has never paid the price for release. We don't know whether it was released in a lab, although there's a lot of evidence that it was, but they definitely released it to the rest of the world when they had a chance to isolate the virus in China. They didn't do it. There's another problem that we have here, a very serious problem, that a lot of Americans, particularly those like my family that have family in the military, are worried about what happens next. I mean, Lord knows it may not just be Russia. It may be China. It may be North Korea. North Korea has a new missile that they've been experimenting with. So, I mean, we worry about our loved ones being placed in a position of danger with a commander-in-chief that we really don't have a lot of confidence in.
Yeah, and I've had family in the military my entire life. Thank you to our men and women who serve this country. We're grateful to you. But David, you're exactly right. The situation that this president has put our country in right now, a place of weakness. We're on our heels. We're on defense, it seems like, at all times. And he does not exude confidence. No one, thinks that Joe Biden is a good leader. And that is very worrisome when you have friends and family serving in the military. And even if you don't, even if you care for the men and women that do this tough job, it is a very worrisome time. No one wants to see people unnecessarily go into battle and have, a leader that they don't really trust. And gosh, I hope we don't see that happen. But, a lot is up in the air right now.
Lara, we only got 20 seconds. Are we going to hear more from Donald Trump about what he thinks about what should be done in foreign policy?
I'm sure if asked, he will be happy, David, to give us his 2 cents on things. And I think a lot of people want to hear from him right now. I mean, as you said, 62% of people said it would not be happening if he was there.
Well, we still love the country. We're still willing to sacrifice for the country, but we want to sacrifice for the right policies. You know what I mean? And not for policies that are steering us in the wrong direction. That's a big problem. Lara Trump, great to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.